DJ. Hello, hello, hello. Hey. What's up? Come on in the room. Come on in. Y'all sit down. Behave yourself because we got company today.
Right.
We got real company today,
right.
baby. Which all of our company is real, but we have Dr. Gray in the house. So we're going to be, try to behave. I'm not making no promises, though, because I have to be me. Hello, hello, and welcome to another edition in my, what's his name? DJ Khaled voice. Another one. Another edition of For the Culture. I am that girl. Wop, wop, wop. I'm Henny on the rocks. Hey, hey, hey. And this is
Queencutz.
We have to get the sci-fi eyes.
I'm wondering. I don't know what's going on. She got a new hairdo. Her hair laid as usual, and she's showing out.
Okay, Queencutz.
Oh no, ma'am. Go
the
with
first
the other one. Yeah, see, we like the first one. Yes, yes. And we have.
I am CSO Tiffany.
Okay, CSO Tiffany, and I would like to introduce our special expert for the evening, for today. I'm going to read some of her bio because she got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not trying to remember it because I'm old and forgetful. So we have Dr. Vanessa. Notice I didn't say Vanessa. Vanessa, she's one of a kind.
Hey.
Dr. Vanessa Gray. She's a social and an emotional intelligence coach. That means she's real smart. Yeah. She has a passion to empower others to feel better. She's the founder of Emotional Intelligence Dr. LLC, and she has over 20 years of experience working in government, higher education, and nonprofit organizations. She's a visionary, she's a leader, she's the bomb, she's black girl magic. It goes on and on. Y'all can Google her to read the rest. We got to get the show started. We can be here all damn night. So anyway, Dr. Gray, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to For the Culture. We are thankful that you are here because we got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
And we want our people to know that we're not just talking. We can talk, but we also want to offer some help, some professional help. And hoping that, maybe someone would want to reach out to you, maybe to have a private session, or however you get down. We'll get all that towards the end of the show.
Okay.
But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we want to talk about reset. We're approaching a new year, obviously, and a lot of people, myself included, we get to this time of year and we start reflecting on the current year and also on the year that is to come. And I don't know if you guys are similar to me, but I think about what I will do better and what I won't be doing in the new year, how I want to reset. And reset covers a lot. Reset can cover your life in general. Reset can cover your health. Reset can cover your finances. It can cover your credit. It can cover so much. So we're just going to say we're going to talk about reset. And we want to offer some tips to help you and encourage you to do that. So I'm going to start it off because I'm talking already. When it comes to resetting, for me, ladies, is this something that you ladies do as well towards the end of the year? Do you kind of have a reflection moment and think about what transpired in the current year? And I get excited about what 2023 holds. Right. Because I'm telling you, God is doing some things, baby. Yes. Let me tell you, he's doing some things and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. So Keisha, what's your flow when it comes to reset? What's your flow? Well, how are you going to handle that?
Well, I am in a reflective mode as of now. I just reflect back. It don't necessarily have to be the year. It could just be like basically resetting just my life, just resetting, things that has occurred throughout the years, things that, I always observe myself and I say, okay, what is it that works for me? And this, like I said, it's not a beginning of the year. It just so happens to be the beginning of the year. And I say what's working for me and what's not. Because if you want to be better, you have to look at what's working and what's not.
Yes.
And whatever's not working, I try to work on that. And whatever's working, I try to nurture that.
Nice.
So that's where I'm at.
That's a good strategic plan. What about you, Tiff? What's your groove when it comes to that?
I say, similar to what Keisha's saying, I find that as I get older, and I'm gonna say as I get older,
It's okay, because you fine like wine, baby.
I'm just kidding. But I just, I honestly have done things a little differently in my previous years because I was a mom, I was a wife, I was a housewife, a homemaker. And so I'm doing things a lot differently.
Life is different for you.
A lot. It's like night and day different.
Wow.
So for me, I'm always trying to be better. And even in the years that I've been currently trying to do differently because my life has changed, I'm still finding that there's still a lot that I still have to do. There's still a lot that I'm doing incorrectly.
Okay.
And I'm trying to catch up.
Okay.
So, and I don't do the whole New Year's resolution
Neither
thing.
do I. I used to, but not anymore.
Yeah, because like she said, it should be a constant. So I'm just really trying to focus on the things that are like in my face right now that I feel I need to do better, that I feel I need to do differently in order to feel better. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of go where I want to go. So it's about that for me. It's about.
What do y'all find to be the most challenging part of? I'm piggybacking off of something you just said that sparked this question. What do you find to be the most challenging when it comes to trying to institute change?
Change is hard.
Yeah.
Change is hard,
but necessary.
But necessary.
Yes, but
That's
necessary.
yes.
For me, I find that because I may be doing things a certain way for so long, and let's just, I'm going to stop doing that, or I'm going to start doing it this way. But it's so hard to create new habits.
Right.
And Dr. Gray, you can chime in on this. Allegedly, what is it, 21 days to create a new habit?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
That shit ain't working for me.
know, right.
I done lost count on my days. Listen, no.
I don't agree. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But who is they?
But it depends on what it is. But I don't believe that.
Yes. It just doesn't work that way.
No.
Maybe when you're younger, in your teen years, or when you're in your tweens, or whatever, maybe that works. But when you get old and fine like us, them 21
That
days.
definitely don't work with exercise.
Oh, listen, girl.
I mean,
Exercise and
for a
eating
good
right.
straight 3 months.
Yes.
That's far more than 21 days.
Yes.
And miss one day and have to rewrite it in your schedule.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then for me, I get so disappointed. Like, damn it, I was doing so good for them 3 days. Them 3 days. And I get so mad, like, dang, I ain't having 18 more to go. 18 more to go, and I done dropped the ball. But pick it back up and keep it moving is what I have to do. But it is definitely a challenge to create those habits. That's why I've done the vision boards. I've done the vision board parties. I've done the New Year's resolutions. None of that has worked for me so far. I see you nodding your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because what you said is for me 100.
Okay.
It is 100 because I find that it's hard for me to institute change because I've been one way for so long.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that one way is the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to do the right way with the wrong tools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Would it be wrong though, or is it just different? Is it
I was
just not for you?
Yeah.
Is it not
what
for
makes
you?
it wrong?
Because you're not a wrong person. Like, you don't do wrong stuff. Like, you're not a bad person. You don't.
Right.
It's not like, okay, the book said this and you did it that way. It may not work for you.
Right.
yeah.
So maybe it's just.
And I guess.
Or maybe you've matured as a person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a
Longer
good thing.
serves you.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have matured as a person, like all the way around the board.
Praise God for that. It
360
changed.
degrees. Yeah. So it's just hard because I am maturing and I still, in the midst of my maturing, I still find myself doing things in that mode back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But and I don't want to. I don't do it on purpose. But I'm just trying to just.
But what I'm hearing is that at least you notice the difference, that you want to be different from before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where before you might not have noticed that because it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think that, change is a challenge. But when it becomes a lifestyle, we're in a process of learning and unlearning continually.
Yeah.
So reflection is a lifestyle as well. So when you don't have a particular date that you're trying to do something,
Yes.
and you put that pressure on yourself,
Yeah.
take the weight off.
I thought it was just me. I'm gonna lose 50 pounds by my birthday next week. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's society that puts those, constraints on it. They say you're supposed to do it this way, that way. It's a social norm to do that. It's on social media, it's in the news, and all of that. So, but you are an individual, you're a person, and things are going to be done the way that you see fit. You have to, like we just talked about, what's not serving you anymore, and to flip that up, what are you not going to serve?
Ooh.
For example,
Okay. Oh, that was good. What are you not going to serve?
I'm not serving toxic relationships.
Yes.
I'm not serving that I have to play small for somebody to feel
Yes.
good about themselves.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm not serving that, I have to walk into a room and feel uncomfortable because people don't like my presence.
Right.
That's a them problem. I heard a song, that's a them problem.
That's a them problem for sure.
God.
Okay? You better preach. That is
And
so
you know
real.
what? Let me just say this.
Say it, girl.
Because
Say it.
I don't want y'all to feel like I'm some type of head case. Like I have a lot of problems. I feel like I've been saying a lot of stuff lately on our shows that kind of may insinuate that I got a lot of growing up to do or something like that. I'm good. I'm just saying that I'm in a different place than what I was. Because, a lot of you know me and a lot of you know my story. What you know on the outside. You know what I'm saying? But due to me having an not normal way that I started in marriage and then having children and did not work, that's not normal. So
That was a luxury. You do know that.
That was a blessing.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, that was a luxury.
That was a blessing because the Lord took care of us the whole way. We didn't want for nothing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But so I'm having to do now what all y'all have already done. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a
new.
lot. It's
You're
different.
introducing a new part of life that
It's
you didn't know
different.
before.
Right.
But I'm doing it. Let's know that.
You heard that? She doing it. And y'all see her head move? She meant that shit.
I'm just saying.
And doing it well.
Okay.
And doing it
Doing it well. Yeah. Come on, LL. You better do it.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just saying I don't want it to look like that.
No, you know what?
Right.
That you shouldn't even be concerned about
Right.
that. Because they're gonna think what they want to think.
Exactly.
You do Tiffany and you keep that shit moving. You
Right.
ain't gotta explain
You know,
yourself to me.
yeah,
Because the reality
exactly.
is, everybody got something that they working on.
Exactly.
Everybody got something they wish they can go back and change.
Right, exactly.
Everybody got a story.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. Exactly.
That's your story. You stick to it and you
Right.
grow from that story. You make yourself stronger and you do the damn thing.
Because keep watching.
Woo! That's my girl.
Right, to be
Keep
continued.
watching. Okay, to be continued. Yes, ma'am. Yes. So, Dr. Gray, can you share with us and, of course, share with our audience, for those people, and believe me, I know of some, they really, really, really want change. For me, the people that I know, you can see the change in their eyes. You can see the hurt that they have because they want to change, but they just don't know how to put one foot in front of the other. I don't know if they're reflecting, but just the fact that they want to make change but may not know how. Can you offer any type of tips, guidance, or advice on what they can do to get started?
Self-awareness is first. That's a part of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, self-management, motivation, social skills, and empathy. The more you learn about yourself, and you're going to change continually, when you disregard the constraints of that other people have placed you in.
Right.
Stop thinking about, this is how I should be doing things, or this based on our upbringing, what our parents
Yeah.
said
Ooh,
we should
we talked
be.
about that before. That upbringing, baby. Yes.
Yeah. To me, that's a lot of unlearning.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
A
It's
whole
almost a
lot of
lifetime of
unlearning.
unlearning.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because you know they did what they could at the time,
At the time, yes.
but that doesn't work
Right now.
in this exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
So not putting yourself in a box of I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Accepting yourself for who you are right now, embracing your truth, and not just the good parts, but the ugly parts too.
Yes.
The darkness, get deep, get to the root cause of the matter as to
Right.
why
Right.
you feel the way you feel, you think the way you think, you live the way you live. Why? You know, ask yourself why so many times that write it down,
Yes.
even if you don't want to look at it, because, you know, I journal
Me too.
and
And it works.
it works, yes. And there's some things that you might not want people to know that you don't even want to know about yourself, but if you don't embrace that, that's who makes you who you are. You know, your good parts and that darkness. I say embrace the darkness. That's part of you too. I used to didn't like that, you know, I got angry when somebody pissed me off. You know, but I'm a fighter and I had to fight. God placed that in me. God made me that way so I can fight for his kingdom,
Amen.
not to fight his people because I'm offended about something. But your darkness is possibly a strength. So embrace all
Oh
of
my
that.
God.
Ain't that real? Your
Yes.
darkness can be a strength.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's so true. That's so true. I mean, it's just so true. It's so true.
I mean, we get down on ourselves. We
Right.
For the littlest
for the
thing.
littlest
Right.
things
Yes,
because we have this image, this ideal.
Yes.
And that ideal, well, that's not me. I'm not the ideal. I'm different.
Right.
I don't want to
right.
be like anybody
Right.
else. I don't want to be put in a box. You know, I break out of it anyway.
Right.
So, when you discover who you are and who you want to be, because that's important too, write down the things that you want. You know, we always talk about the worst case scenario and what we don't want. What you focus on is going to grow. Start writing down, I want this. Set your intentions on what you want, what your desires are. Even if it doesn't make sense, I asked one of my friends, I said, if you had no limitations, what would you be doing?
Ooh.
And she said,
I
I
like
have to
that.
think about that.
Yeah.
Let's
you can't-
ask
you
that
can't just
question. What
answer
would you
that
be doing?
question. Oh, I can't right now. It's so much.
Really?
It's so much if there was no limitations. You know, chill, that's like I guess something that comes all of a sudden that I can't really even answer right now. Maybe by the end of the show.
Okay.
But then I'll have to put some focus on it, so I don't know
Oh,
how to
hell.
It takes a moment to process
I'm
it.
serious, I mean, because no limitations.
No limitation.
Like, I mean, a lot of things, most of the things that we do them because of limitations.
True. That is true.
So, I mean, if we really just look at it, you know what I'm saying? So,
What about you,
no
Tim?
limitation.
No limitations.
You know what? And this may not be a complete sentence answer, but if I had no limitations, because already, you know, I'm just saying it like this. I like to help people. Now it may be my people that I like to help, but I like to, I think, solve emotional problems. Not solve, hold on, because I'm not a therapist. I don't mean like that. I like to make my people feel better. So I like to be
Inspiration.
well, not an inspiration, because I'm more of a in the back type of person. But I just like to love my people
Okay.
in whatever way that I can for them. So if that is me, however that is for me to cater to them, that's what I like to do.
Okay.
But at the same in the same token, I still like that as a outside thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like what I do here in Queencutz Corner, I love that. I love the people aspect of it. I love talking to people, listening to people, learning from people.
Yes.
And, you
Meeting
know,
new
in
people.
my own way over here, you know, at this desk, solving the issues that I can solve. You know what I'm saying? So I like that.
Okay.
You know, and however I could build upon that, you know, not having to worry about getting paid for it, I think it would be something in that arena.
Okay. Dr. Gray, I'm gonna throw it to you.
Okay.
You part of this conversation too,
Yes,
sis?
absolutely. I would travel.
Okay.
I would continue writing. I would. I want to write for Hallmark.
Ooh. Hallmark the card or Hallmark the movie channel, because they could use some help too.
They do have the same script going on with different faces.
They don't get some new characters on that damn channel.
Hallmark like Hallmark Mahogany, the cards.
Oh wow.
Yes, and I just started a greeting card collection because it was just something that I've always wanted to do, to share some inspirational words, even with my social media. I want people to go on there and be inspired and be motivated, because the stuff that I put on there, I was in a dark place, and it inspired and motivated me. So I said, somebody else probably need this too, not just me. Let me share the wealth.
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
And so that's what I want to do. I, started emotional intelligence doctor so I can help people heal their emotions, because a lot of people don't understand their emotions. They repress them. They've been told to stuff it. They've been told to be seen and not heard. They've been told, that certain emotions are good and certain emotions are bad. Emotions are neutral. They're chemical responses to external stimuli. So that's going to happen regardless.
Okay.
Now, what you feel about your emotions, that's what makes it change. It takes 90 seconds for your emotions to go through the process of your brain, from the limbic brain to your cognitive brain. So it's okay. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to feel, because if you don't address that, it's going to come out in the most inopportune times.
Yes. Right. That is so true.
Right.
So that's what I want to do. I want to help people with their emotional well-being, their mental well-being. I want to expose their strengths and empower who they are.
And that's what you're doing. That's what emotional intelligence. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
That sounds like such a organized answer. It's so well put together.
Wait till you get a couple years
That's
from
some of
now.
that old doctor stuff over there.
Okay, all that
I'm over
doctor
here
stuff.
all
It took me years to get to that.
because it's just like when a person say there's no limitations, you just start thinking wham, bam, just like you all over the place.
And whatever whatever that is, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So what would it take for you to get to doing something where you had no limits? I'm still working on that question. There's a financial place I'd like to get to. So I can do all these things. So I can be a globetrotter and world changer and all, all this stuff. So just writing it down and getting that in your mind to even visualize, see yourself doing it.
Oh, I just talked about this today. We just talked about
This is confirmation.
it's probably you have to, because you can have a vision, and you can see the vision, but sometimes we forget to actually see ourselves in the vision. Like you see the vision, it's your vision, but are you actually seeing yourself in that vision?
Right.
Because once you see yourself in that vision, then you go after it.
Right.
And then sometimes you don't go after it because you just see the vision. And you know that it's a beautiful vision, but if you're not seeing yourself walking in that, or sitting in that, or acting in that, then it's kind of hard to go to it.
Absolutely.
So that
I had to give you my answer. Golly.
You do your answer.
That was like my career answer.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can
big.
just go back. It's a lot. That's what you're
Just
saying.
think
It's a
big.
lot.
Think your wildest dreams type of thing. Yeah.
And then work towards that.
Right.
And that's part of changing too.
Yeah.
So speaking of that's part of changing, are there any other elements that you can share with us and share with our viewers? Any other elements of what else is part of change? So when someone is faced with that feeling, that emotion, they know that, oh, this is part of the process.
Yes. Grief. Grieving what you lost, regardless of what it was, because it meant something to you. Grieve that job that didn't work out. Grieve, but we already grieve people when it doesn't work out. But even when it does, and you just have to part ways and nothing happened, nothing was wrong, you're just going to another level and you can't take them with you and they can't take you with them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We'll just have to see each other on the other side of glory.
Yes. Yes.
But grieve. Go through the anger. Go through the bargaining of, the back and forth of, maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have did that. Go through that. And then get to the point where you accept it. Because that's where the real change happens. But it's a process. And as you're going through that process, you're going to get to the end. You're going to change eventually. When you get fed up with something, when you can't fit into that dress that you've been wanting to fit into, grieve that, and what can you do to get back to that, or just accept yourself for your now moment.
Yes. That's what I had to do. I knew years and years and years ago, I set a goal for myself that when I turned 50, if I had not met certain goals, I was tapping out. I am not going to stress myself over stuff, over the way you want to look, over the way what you want to accomplish. Yeah, that's all good and gravy, but for me there were bigger fish for me to fry that I should be concerned about, and also coming to the harsh reality of I have more years behind me than I do in front of me.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to spend the second phase of my life worrying about, damn, I ain't getting that size 14 after all.
Right.
Y'all going to take all this damn 22 and y'all going to rock that shit. If you don't want to, then I suggest you go to all of it. I suggest you go the other way, because no matter what number I am, it's the heart.
Right.
That's what it's the heart, and I'm still
You sexy
fabulous.
though, girl. You sexy.
You better say that shit. Yeah, y'all gonna get all this, all of it.
And you always gonna be fabulous. That's just
Right.
your heart. That is your
Look, shy. Stop it. Yeah, so I had to come to the harsh, like you mentioned earlier. I had to sit with myself for a minute. This is real talk.
Yeah.
I had to sit and say, okay, when I did turn 50 years ago, I said, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Starving myself, getting on pills, trying every diet, starving myself, eating salads every day. Now.
So is 50 the time? Because 50 is when you really reflect over your life, and then it's like because I say first, now my husband I'm 50. How old am I? I'm 52, right? 52, 53, something like that. My husband 2 years older than me.
Okay.
So he's 54. So I'm
Okay,
52.
so you're 52.
Okay. When he was turning 50, he went into this mode. He went into this mode, and it was just like, it was a reflecting mode. Like, what have I done? How, what have I accomplished? What have, am I good with myself?
Yes,
this,
all
that,
that.
and the other. And he didn't, so 50's coming, and he didn't want no big celebration or anything. He just wanted to reflect. He just wanted to, and I was like, what kind of foolishness is this? Like, no, you're making me mad. Now you need to, and then it's just like, it hit me when 50 started coming around. It's like I started doing the same thing. You start recognizing that, you know what, wait a minute, I have lived more years than I'm going to live more than likely. And then it's like you look at the things that you want to do and the things that you're doing, and you see how fast 20 years will come, or we'll see how fast, and then you start saying, if this happens in 20 years, that means that my mom will be this age, or, and then it's like, so more than likely your parents won't be here. And then you start thinking about this stuff, and it will send you
to that
in that place.
Yes.
To where you start thinking about what is most important.
Yeah.
What is most important?
That right there,
and I think
that
that comes with 50, because a lot of people that that I communicate with, we're all in the same range, and it's like the same. Like, I'll have clients come in that are turning 50, they're in that area, whatever, and their conversation is about well, they thinking about, I just been wondering, what have I done with my life? And I'm like, how old are you? And it's always
In
around that
range.
time.
Yeah.
So it must be something inside of you. It's some type of mental clock.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That kicks in.
Dot.
What say you, Doc?
What is
She's
it?
like, shit, I ain't figured
What
it
is
out.
I know. No. I know that, I didn't think that you were, but what is it that happens around that time?
Well, I think it's because, I alluded to it earlier, society puts so much pressure on us to do things by a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
And when we look back, we realize, why did I listen to society?
Right.
I spent so much time surviving and taking care of my girls and, making decisions based off of their well-being and totally neglected myself.
Yeah.
Moving from, trying to get that title, trying to get that degree.
Yeah.
Because they said it would open doors. They said that I would have a piece of the American pie.
Wow.
Yes.
That's deep.
That's deep. They said, I would make this type of money if I had this.
Message. I'm gonna give you a donation. 'Cause you preaching, baby. Listen, the doors of the church is open.
That's true.
That is so
And then you get to
true.
the point, you say, you know
And then
what?
you
Is this
realize-
really that important?
Yeah.
And then you realize that's what makes you feel like you wasted your life on, to me, nonsense.
Yeah.
Instead of enjoying the moment, enjoying who I was at that particular moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially when you don't know when it's going to be over.
Exactly.
Of course we don't know.
I spend so much time surviving. And I want to move to the next level of thriving.
Yes.
But that's a different mentality.
And it's a different mindset. Yeah.
It's a different mindset.
Exactly.
You can't do the things that you did when you were surviving to
and
thrive.
get better results.
Well, let's go deeper with that comment.
Exactly.
How do we, for those people, including myself, who know we want to go from surviving to thriving, we want to make that shift, but how do we? How do we make that shift to say, I'm finna put this shit in overdrive and I'm finna get it? Because Tiffany about to get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it starts with mental first.
Right. Acknowledge that it needs to be done.
Exactly.
Think
That
of
is first.
acknowledge that it needs to be done. Grieve whatever you need to grieve. Get a good cry out. Let release all those toxins, because when you cry, you release toxins.
Yeah.
Tears are cleansing the windows of the soul.
Yes,
So
indeed.
let it out,
Yes,
men.
yes.
Let it out.
Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't need to cry. Only girls cry.
Everybody cry.
Ain't that what they think?
Just do what needs to be done. That's all you got to do.
We know that.
Right.
We know when you get in your car, you cry.
Or shower.
Okay, or in the shower.
Right.
Because your face already wet.
Right.
You can take some
somebody
salt
walk
out of
in,
your
they don't
eye.
know if
Right.
you're crying because
Right.
it's just like all the water
Yeah.
just right
Yeah.
there.
Talking about you have allergies.
Okay. We love y'all regardless, honey.
Yes.
But I gets it in with the shower now. I get my tears in.
Yes,
the
I
shower.
don't know what it is about the shower. I don't know if it's the water that, speaking for myself,
It is.
full transparent
Look,
moment.
it's tear therapy.
Yes,
I like
listen.
that.
I go to yes. I don't know if it's the water because some people are just attracted to water, and most of us say, "Oh, I love going to the beach." It's something about the water. Yeah, it's something about the water. And when I know I need to think strong and I need to get it out, baby. When sister girl get in that shower, I turn it on. I get
It
I
come from nowhere.
and I sit on my bench and I'm letting that water hit me, and I just get it in. And when I'm done, my body is cleansed and my soul is cleansed, and I am okay with that.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
You were gonna say something.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I agree.
okay. Making sure it looked like you had something to say. But I want to also shift it to, because this is very, very important. For those of us who in the new year, we realize that there are certain people, this train ride is going to end for you. That is okay. And you have those people who feel guilty that, oh, I can't, we've been friends for 35 years, we went to elementary school together, or whatever it may be. I try to make them understand, just because y'all have grown up together and y'all have all this history, y'all are different people now.
Right.
And where y'all are no longer a match. And that's okay. You can love them from a distance.
Right.
Y'all can still check in with each other from time to time. But if that person is not fulfilling you, it's okay for that train ride to end.
Absolutely.
So can you speak to our audience to let them know it is okay? Some of y'all need to let the damn train ride end. For a lot of people that's bringing y'all down with that negativity, with that bullshit. Listen, it's 2023. Think about that for one quick second. 2023. If y'all doing the same shit y'all was doing in 2019 before Corona, then y'all really need to think about, you've got to evolve. I call it rotating stock. I got to rotate my stock. I think about my friends and the role that they play and how they serve my life. If they are no longer serving a purpose in my life, if they no longer spark my joy and are headed in the same direction as me, if they can't pray with me, pray for me, cry with me, cry. If you're not doing those things, that's it. The train ride has to end. And you know what? It's easy. You just back off. And eventually,
and that's me. I don't.
You just
really
answer
believe.
your own question.
Right, exactly.
but I don't know if that's the right thing. If that's the
some people
professional
set
thing
goals, though, like 2023 is my year.
Lies.
Everybody on the list. If you ain't on the list, you're getting cut off. Listen, if you don't work for me, I don't care if it's the beginning of the year.
Right.
If you don't work for me tomorrow, you gotta go. Today you have to go.
And that's okay.
I mean, exactly,
Right.
because it's like if at this point in my life, I need necessary
Yes, indeed.
relationships.
Right.
Necessary relationships.
Necessary relationships.
Right.
That's
I'm
a
not,
good hashtag.
you have to serve a purpose in my life, and I expect you to expect me to serve a purpose in
Absolutely.
your life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Friendship is give and take.
Right.
It ain't the person I have the most fun with.
Right.
It ain't the person that I do the best business with.
Yes, yes.
Friendship, there are going to be times that friendship is challenged, and this is where I need you to step up, or I need to step up. And if that's not shown, then that's not where we are. That's not what we are. Because I'm going to show up. I'm a friend person. But in the same note, I'm not looking for friends. I'm not kissing friends behind.
Yep.
I'm not doing any of that. If we, because I don't believe in putting relationships together. I believe that they form.
Right.
If y'all click, you're gonna form.
Right. It shouldn't be forced.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So if we click like that, and we're cool like that, and we continue to grow together,
Yes.
because as you go, you should grow.
Yes.
And we continue to grow together, and I see your genuine friendship, you know, then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be cool like that.
Yeah.
But I don't
That's
believe in
very
that,
important.
setting a date to cut. I mean, because if you gotta cut them off at a certain date, that means they wasn't
Your friend.
the friend,
You know, and to piggyback off of what you're saying, you're absolutely right. Doc, maybe you can chime in on this. What is it about this time of year that makes people like me, because I really sit and I write down who's in my life, who I talk to, who I text, all of that, who's playing a role in my life. What is it about this time of year that people are more aware of it this time of year?
Because that's what they promote.
Right.
That go that day again.
Right.
New Year's resolution. When I say they, I'm talking about society.
Yes.
Right.
You know.
Right.
New Year's resolutions. I mean, where did that come from anyway?
Right.
Yeah,
Why
good
do you have to
question.
wait until January 1st to do
do better.
anything?
Yeah.
I mean,
To do better
as
or
soon as you
different.
figure out that you need to change that particular time, that date right then, that's when you need to change.
Exactly.
You don't have to wait, 6 months later if you figured that out,
Right.
6 months ago. Do it then.
Right.
We don't have to wait. You know, if you need to cut somebody off, cut somebody off. Are they draining you?
Right.
Does
You
your
know, listen, you just hit something
Hold
right
on, wait
there.
a minute, though. Henny, am I on your list?
If you was, I wouldn't be sitting here. I tell you that much. You will know.
I
Let
mean,
me
I
tell
was really
you.
talking about the good list.
The good list, yeah. I know you. I know you. Yes. Listen,
I can't carry on.
you would know if Henny don't blank with you, you gonna know.
I believe that.
You ain't gotta question
I
it,
believe
honey.
that.
You ain't gotta question it at all. I will respect you when I see you. What's up? So you make me forget my darn train of thought. So listen, let's talk about for those people who. Okay, I mentioned I just cut you off, and eventually you will notice I'm fading away. Those people that may feel guilty and may feel like, oh, I can't, the I can't people. It's okay.
It's okay. Ask yourself why you can't. Is it because you don't want to hurt their feelings? Is it because the quantity of time instead of the quality of time? You know, is it because that they would not respect you anymore? You're concerned about what they're going to think about you. At this point, it really doesn't matter. Are you going to put your life on hold for somebody for the rest of your life?
Oh my God.
Right?
And why would you do that to yourself? You owe yourself the opportunity to grow and evolve as a person. If someone, whether they're serving you or not, if you just can't rock with them no more,
That's it.
Then you just can't rock.
That's it.
you know, rockabye baby.
Yes.
I rock a bop, baby.
And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with that person. But
Right.
if you're
It can be done
It
respectfully.
could be good, just not
Exactly.
good for you.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Because the people that may have served you and that was in your life 10 years ago, both of y'all should be in different spaces.
Right.
Exactly.
And if y'all are not growing together and serving each other together and killing it together,
Right.
that is okay. That means y'all just grown in different directions
Absolutely.
and y'all are no longer a match. And it's okay to move on.
Right.
Don't stunt your growth because you waiting for Latrell and them to get their shit together.
Right.
Right.
Because it may never.
Right.
And I've preached that to people so many times, but sometimes they just get stuck.
Right. Some people like you in your dysfunction, and they don't want you
Right.
to grow.
Exactly.
And they're going to get upset with
Exactly.
you regardless, because when they see you elevating and they're not cheering for you, they don't want, because you make them feel comfortable with them being where they are.
Ooh. I ain't got to go to church Sunday, baby. Church is right up in here. She's preaching
true.
today.
That's so true.
That is so true.
And it's like you would be surprised at the people,
Absolutely.
you know, that
When
really start your growth.
When you start setting boundaries, you will find out which ones are for you
Yes.
and which ones are against you.
Right.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Because when
Yes.
I was clubbing and all of that, and I wanted to change my life, and I no longer wanted to do that, I upset so many people. Oh, you think you better than us now?
Sure do.
That part.
Sure, damn sure
Absolutely.
do.
And I want to be. I want to be better, and you should be okay with me wanting better for myself, because there is
Absolutely.
nothing in the club. You see the same faces
Ooh,
all
broke.
the time.
Broke on the wall with that same drink that's watered down.
Hot breath in your face.
Yes.
You know, I didn't want that lifestyle anymore, and I knew I had to change.
Right.
And most likely my circle was going to change. There, I had a vision of where I wanted to be, and it wasn't there. So Vanessa had to change as a person. I had to do some self-help. I had to get some counseling.
Yes. Come on, counseling. Yes.
I had to figure out, why am I the way that I am? And a lot of it had to do with childhood that I had not
It all
dealt with.
goes back to
Yeah,
childhood.
it does.
I'm telling y'all, it all
Yeah.
goes back there.
It does.
Yeah.
Whenever you look for it,
It all.
That's where you're
That's
going
why
back
when you
to.
go to therapy, they say, "Tell me about your childhood. How was
Yep,
how was
there
it
it
growing
is.
up?"
There it is.
Right.
Yes.
Get to the root cause.
Yes.
Of it.
Yes.
And take small steps. And every time you take a step and you get it right, and your idea of right, celebrate yourself.
Celebrate.
Yes. That's something I think we don't do
Celebrate the
enough.
win. Yeah.
We don't celebrate our wins enough.
Right.
I celebrated it when I came in and told the ladies, I went and I took care of something I had been putting off for years and years and years. Because my family ain't finna do a GoFundMe to bury Henny. Absolutely not. So I went and took care of that myself. That was a win for me. Because I promised myself before this year ended, because people dropping like flies around here, before this year ends, I am going to do that. And I did that, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm going home and drink me a Michelob. She.
Now you too heavy.
Yes. Yes. Celebrating myself.
And even when you don't get it right, how would you want someone to speak to you when you don't get it right? Then you need to speak to yourself that way. We are so hard on ourselves. We can be our worst critics.
I'm sitting right here, Vanessa. Really? You gonna talk about me like that in my
Right?
face,
No, she's talking
Well.
about both of us.
Dr. Gray?
I'm talking about myself too.
We're so hard.
We're so hard on ourselves. So be that person that you need
Ooh.
when you're in your darkest moment.
Mm.
Be that person.
That is a major goal for me.
Okay.
And it's not a New Year's resolution. It is a goal, like a right now goal. I have got to stop being so hard on myself, and I want to be to me what I would want someone to be to me in my,
On what you are to others.
Right. Right.
Because to us, to me, I think you're perfect. I think, listen, God made all of us the way He wanted us to be.
Absolutely.
The great thing, the way I look at it, there's always room for change, and you can always change. If you see anything within your life that you don't like that you can change, you can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to make this change.
Absolutely.
But I think you're already perfect. So
Thank you.
I want you to
And
feel.
you know what? You make me feel like that.
I want you to feel like other people see you.
And to go a little deeper with that, what voice do you hear when you do something wrong? You don't have to answer that.
Okay.
And I'm asking that to, the people that are listening too. What voice do you hear? There's a particular voice. There's somebody that criticized you first. And you spend your whole, and that person meant something to you. And you spent your whole life with that voice in your head. And then you think it's you, but it's really that person that told you that first. For example,
Right.
I'll talk about myself. In second grade, I had a teacher. I'm a person with dyslexia and auditory processing disorder, and I stuttered really bad.
I did too. Would y'all know that?
did?
What, girl? Thank God for change.
Okay.
You see the glory, but baby, you don't know this story. You don't know where I come from. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I had it bad. Yes, ma'am. I had to go to speech therapy and everything.
My daughter has a stutter.
A lot of journalists studied.
She'll get
Started
through it.
back in the back. When they
I know I did.
Because Lena,
Oh, she did?
yeah.
Oh wow.
She said
See, I would have never known that. Yeah, I guess you kind of grow out of it, or you work through it.
You work through it.
Yes.
I had to work really hard on it, but that voice with my teacher telling me, well, I hope you grow up to be beautiful and marry rich, because you not gonna make it past high school.
Wow.
And to hear that voice in my head, that every time I tried to speak, I would get so afraid, and I just wouldn't say anything.
Wow.
I'll just be quiet, because I felt like I didn't have anything worthy to say. And when you get to that point, you figure out that voice, you address that voice, and you write all the wonderful things about yourself. If you can't come up with anything, you are a miracle. Everybody on this earth is a miracle. The mere fact that you are sitting here, standing here, whatever, you are a miracle. And God has placed some things inside of you that He wants you to share with other people. And somebody can't get to where they need to be until you get to where you need to be. Because you have a gift, you have strengths, you have talents, you have abilities.
Everybody.
Share.
Yes.
Your lived experience can help somebody going through the same thing or coming out of the same thing to move to a next level. You can help somebody to their next level. And you have to believe that. It took me a long time to figure that out. And when you figure that out, you're going to change your circle anyway.
You should want to quickly.
You're not going to want to listen to the same things.
Right. Exactly.
You're going to change. It's going to be automatic. You're going to wake up one day and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I'm changing. I'm changing today.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a struggle at all. We don't give ourselves enough time to change. We feel like it has to be on the calendar somewhere.
Yes.
When you're ready, it's going to happen regardless. Give yourself time and embrace your now moment. Love who you are right now. Be present. Because yesterday is gone. You know, tomorrow have its own worries, like the words say. Right now is all you have.
That's it. The present.
Right now is all you have. So appreciate you.
And give yourself some grace.
Absolutely. Grace. And don't wait for somebody to validate you. Encourage yourself.
Say it one more time.
Don't wait for somebody to validate you. Encourage yourself.
Jesus.
If you got a dream, don't wait for somebody to co-sign on it.
Right.
If you want to be at a particular table, don't wait for somebody to ask you. Make your own table.
Right. Right.
Invite yourself. I promise you, once you start loving yourself and being the person that you want to be, your people are going to come.
Yes, they will.
You might spend some time by yourself, and you're going to need that time to be in isolation because some things that you need to get out.
Purge.
Yes.
You need to purge. Exactly. You need to purge. And once you get to that place where you're ready, opportunities are going to start coming. People are just going to... I was thinking about you today.
Yeah.
You might get a text to come talk on a podcast.
Hey.
You heard that.
You know what? That's so true. Like, that's so good. Like, you're so good. Because that's just really good stuff. It's good self-help.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think we have much left to say after that. I mean, what do you say? There's nothing else to say. We always like to keep our time, like to keep our promise, but before we do put a bow on this thing and tap out, I want to give you the opportunity to put your information out there.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Well, my website is emotionalintelligencedr.com. If you want someone to train at your workshops, I do emotional intelligence training workshops. I do some coaching. I do some speaking. But if you just want one-on-one, we can do that as well. I'm on Instagram. I'm getting rid of Twitter. And
Okay.
No, that's right. I got
Okay.
yes, Lord. Like
Some
2
of us
months
hate to
ago.
do it because of our blue check, but I'm not going to pay nobody for a blue check.
Okay.
He can have it. He can have it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was talking about that, and yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. And Facebook. So I'm on those social media platforms, and you can email me at info@emotionalintelligencedoctor.com.
And you book?
Oh, my books. That's right. I have a few books. The featured one is Empowerism, 365 Days of Empowering Thoughts, Creative Devotional. Now, you have something for every day. You can color in it. It has mandalas. It has, crossword puzzles. It has a lot of different activities. It's also a guided journal. I go through the steps of emotional intelligence and how to get your emotions out, how to appreciate how you feel, and move on from that. So it's a self-care journal.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that is
That's
definitely awesome. CSO, I'm going to take it to you. Any final words, final thoughts?
Well, I love everything that she said.
Yes.
And I think mainly what really, really resonates with me is being present. Being present in the moment, because what I was just thinking about the other day is I've spent so much time worrying about tomorrow, like she said, to where I have not enjoyed anything about anything. Like, I have hit a few major milestones, and I have yet to enjoy them.
Oh, wow,
Like,
Tiff.
literally, I have yet to enjoy them because I've been so worried about the future.
Something you have no
Plan a
control
party.
over.
So,
Party for yourself.
right. And I really just want to be present because I feel like I'm a real cool person.
You are.
You know what I'm
Presence is
saying?
beautiful.
But I feel like, honestly, I have lately gotten kind of, like, not salty, but just so unhappy. I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want to be unhappy anymore. I just, and it's only because I want so badly, you know what I'm saying, to get somewhere. But at the same time, I can't even say that I was progressively trying to get there because I was stuck. I have been stuck for so long. So I just want to enjoy the moment, you know, because I can't get any of this time back.
You sure can't.
You know what I'm saying?
And you better celebrate yourself.
Absolutely.
Right. And honestly, that's what I want to do. I want to celebrate
Yes,
me.
yes. You deserve it. You earned it.
Yeah.
Shoo! You earned it.
It.
Okay. That's it. All right, Queen. Final words, final thoughts. What you want to say to the people?
Oh gosh, well, I just want to keep striving. I have to stop being hard on myself because I am very hard on myself as far as my expectations of myself and
Of yourself or of others?
of myself.
Okay.
Yeah, my expectations of myself are so strong, and you know I can put time limits. I can put and when things don't turn out the way that I anticipated or I visioned or wanted, it's like it's hard. What did I do wrong?
Oh wow.
What did I do wrong? Why was this the result? What does this mean?
Sis.
What's that? And I know I need to do
that's
that.
self-inflicted
And that's
pain
yeah,
that you
it
don't
is.
need.
It is. And often my close people tell me that.
Okay.
So I know that that's the case.
I'm close. I just told my ass. Yeah, that's self-inflicted.
So I mean that's it. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy my journey. I enjoy my journey. I enjoy everything that's on my journey. I love my family. I enjoy my family. My friends. I have a great group of friends because I'm very particular
Yes,
with who I
Yes.
call friends. Some people just like a whole bunch of people, and I'm very
There's some
particular.
personal issues when they got that going on, but that's a whole nother
yeah,
show.
Yeah. So I mean, and I just feel like in my life that I've been dealt a very blessed
I would
life, and I appreciate that. So, but I'm always wanting to do better and better and better, and and I think it did come from things that I heard when I was younger. So that's a whole show all by itself.
Okay.
But but I am on a journey to giving myself grace.
Good. I'm so proud of
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And I'm proud of you for whatever your accomplishments were. I'm proud of you. Yay! So my final thoughts. Don't be afraid to make change. Always keep yourself first. Always put yourself first. If you know there are things within yourself, things that you're doing, whether it's habits or whatever it is that you want to change, that needs to change, first step is acknowledging that you know it needs to be changed and take care of that. No one's going to love you like you love yourself. No one's going to respect you like you're going to respect yourself.
Right.
You are responsible for everything that happens in your life. You are. Choices, chances, and changes. That's it. You have each of those. You have the opportunity for each of those. So if I can encourage each and every one of you, even if you know someone else, that don't be afraid to make that change. That's why we titled this show Reset. I am going to be resetting my health because I want some longevity. I want to bless y'all for a long time. Bless y'all with my presence for a long time. So don't think reset is just in one box. It can be a lot. So yeah, I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but I wish each and every one of you well. This actually is the final show of 2022. The last show I said wrong. Wait, how do politicians say? I misspoke. Ain't that what they say? Listen,
We
I
figured it out, but we had to fix it. This is the final.
So my apologies for that to each of you. However, this is the last show, and I pray that each of you set some goals for yourself, set some boundaries for yourself, love yourself more, love yourself hard, and just go big. If you already got it big, shit, go bigger. Bigger, bigger, bigger in all aspects. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Dr. Gray, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence and your knowledge, your expertise today. Thank you. Y'all reach out to her. Sometimes we just need that person to listen. She is that person. Check her out. And again, thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate it. Happy New Year! And we always like to dance our way out of here because movement and music is just good for the soul. And we are about that movement. So, DJ, bring us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh, hell.
Difficulties.
Oh, hell. What they say? try to
that
DJ?
always like to dance in front of the camera.
Anybody know how to put a beatbox? Anybody know how to beatbox?
We can try. No, I got on lipstick. I can't do it.